Take number 424 of this commentary. My name is Bigman and today we're playing some tank superiority on armored kill. So, I'm gonna go cruising up in my tank because that's what you do in this game mode. I'm gonna be talking about what my sort of impressions and stuff and things, blah blah blah, about armored kill and what my thoughts are, because no doubt you are dying and foaming out the mouth to hear them. No, not really. So, I want to get your opinions first. Before I go into what I think, I want you guys to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And I do apologize if you do hear any wind or anything like that. It's very, very warm. I'm going to leave my window open, so I'm sorry if you hear random cars and stuff like that one that's just going by right now. And, yeah, I don't know. I can't think when I'm, like, melting in my seat. So, yeah, tell me down in the comment section below right now what your thoughts are on Armored Kill, and if you're enjoying it, if you dislike it, why? And do you want to, you know, go and chase down dice with pitchforks and flaming torches at their front door because you feel that you're so, you've been so hard done by with this DLC that you really feel the need to protest. But, yes, let's go into my thoughts right now in here. So, I hit that guy from long range there over that little hill there. I was quite happy with that, but I wasn't able to actually finish the guy off, unfortunately. But oh yeah, first I want to mention before you guys, before I forget and before you guys, you know, point it out or whatever, I've got a stupid class setup at the moment, right? I'm using the G53 with a little scope on the top, and I'm using the Javelin with no explosive perk on at the moment. And an EOD bot. Why? Because I'm playing with Nick Bunyan and this was a say when episode, but it ended up being very vehicle orientated, of course, because it's tank superiority. But we're playing Conquest, the game before this, as Nick goes off in an EOD bot there and standing out in the open. Very well played, sir. Yeah, this was supposed to be a say when episode, but we're playing Conquest in the match before this, and it went into tank superiority, and we thought, yeah, screw it, we'll just stick with this and see what happens. But yeah, we ended up just playing with a stupid setup in this game here, and just see what happens. But yeah, let's get into what we're supposed to be talking about right here and now. First off, let's say, you know, rush mode completely broken, as you all know by now. AC-130 totally dominates because it's a mobile spawn point, and they can just swarm your MCOM stations, and that game mode is totally annihilated in this, and I'm never going to play it again until they actually try and fix it. But we're not going to talk about that because it's so bad, it would just bring everything else down in the video. And this is not supposed to be all negativity and stuff, because I'm a totally optimistic person. not quite. But, yes, Conquest mode and tank superiority. Now, tank superiority is a good sort of new thing to do. It's good to have something different. Now, I'm not great in the tanks on PC. I mean, I feel that I lack in a lot of departments where, and on console in Bad Company 2, I was really good at. I used to be really good at tanks. I get 3 very nice shots off in that guy right there, though. But, in BC2 on PlayStation 3, with a controller, I felt I was just a lot more efficient with a tank. But on PC, not so much. I tend to really mess up shots, and I'm really bad at switching weapon using the number pad, the numbers buttons above the WASD keys. I've never got the hang of doing that ever. I use the scroll wheel when changing weapons when on foot, but obviously you can't do that when in a tank. I know a lot of you are probably completely offended by this whole notion, and to the people that really are going to turn their nose up at me now, screw you. But anyway, yeah, I'm not so great in the tanks, but this is a fun game mode. Now, I thought what they were going to do was going to be like air superiority in Battlefield 1943. What they have done is, yeah, it's pretty much similar, but the control point, the flag itself, is very small. It's an average sized flag, like it is in Conquest mode or anything like that. The flag, it has a very small capture zone. Now, what they did in air superiority in Battlefield 1943 was the capture point was, of course, absolutely huge. It was like the size of a map. It was massive. Now, obviously, they're air vehicles and they cover a lot of ground. You can't exactly stay on a flag at all times if it's tiny, because you are flying around. And could I just say just now, I focused far too much with what was happening on the screen that I ended up getting killed by a C4 guy that was on my map there, if you were paying attention to the map down the bottom left. I wasn't at the time. I do use my map. Someone pointed out in a previous video, like, well, why do you not use your map? I do use my map. It's just sometimes you overlook it. I mean, if I was looking at the map all the time, then I wouldn't be able to shoot things on the screen. Now, come on. But yeah, when I was focusing too much there on what was going on in front of me, I wasn't paying attention to what was going on behind me. And you really need to watch around these rocky areas in Tank Superiority, because lots of people like to run around with their C4, including myself sometimes, actually. But yeah, Tank Superiority, is it good, is it bad? It's fun to play. It's something different. It's not something I'm going to play a crap load of. And that is basically what goes, and there goes another car. And that is basically how it goes, really, for this whole map pack. I don't think I'm going to be playing this map pack in a month. I'm not going to be playing this constantly in a month. I'll play it a bit more during the next week or so. I mean, I want to see what it looks like on my new computer in 1080p and blah 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 blah. I'll go into what's going on with that computer in a minute, by the way. You'll know if you were following me on Twitter. And by the way, link in the description for that. So, what was I saying? Damn it. I don't think I'm going to be playing this game mode, this map pack, a crap load in the future, but it's something that I can come back to if I want to just, you know, mess around in tanks or something. But Conquest mode, okay. Conquest mode is quite fun. Yeah, it works well as a Conquest mode. It's very similar to what Battlefield 2 offered with Conquest mode, where the maps were all huge. I crap myself at that guy there, I don't know why. The maps were all huge, everything was all spaced out, there was a lot of flags. But the problem with that is sometimes the action's really spread out. Sometimes you can run to a flag and, you know, you'll be sitting on that flag and absolutely no one will contest that flag. Or what's even more frustrating is you run to the flag, there's no one there, you'll cap it to the point where it's like 90% capped on, you know, you're about to capture it for your team. And one guy, you know, he's trekked it from like a mile away to get to where you are before you cap the flag, and then he like snipes you or a tank shows up. That's annoying. See, when the tanks show up and you're standing there on the flag yourself and, you know, all of a sudden you turn around and the T-90 staring you in the face, you know, about to have you for fucking breakfast. You're just like, shit. You know, nothing you can do there, and that, you know, because there's a lot of vehicles on the map and sometimes you don't have access to them yourself. You can really backfire on you, but all round, it functions well. It's just whenever you're running around for ages and there's nothing happening, and sometimes your teammate do tend to like to take all the vehicles, so sometimes you have to run, and running's not fun, as you know for a fact. But yeah, that's pretty much thoughts on Armored Kill. Out of 10, what would I give it out of 10? Probably like a 7. You know, it functions, but it's nothing really to get overly excited for. I would have liked it if they gave us some more weapons. Unfortunately, that was not the case. But what can you do? I mean, I'll play it for a little bit and there's some more variation in Battlefield 3. Now, what happened here, like I mentioned at the start, you know, I don't know, I'm sure I mentioned it at the start. I had my EOD bot out, and somehow this all messed up, and I ended up flipping on top of that, and almost got this guy's light tank, and unfortunately, he bailed and somehow did a Houdini. I was looking around, but I couldn't see him, so I just go under the tank, because that's possible, and go to this Abrams over here, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you, and he started reversing off, and I couldn't catch up to him, and he hit me 3 times with tank shell. Somehow I didn't explode after the first 1 or 2. It took 3. Strange, but oh wait, 3. No, wait, 4. He's gonna hit me fourth time. There we go. And yeah, that's basically what just happened there. But I touched briefly on the new computer earlier on. Like I said to you guys last week, I've upgraded my computer. I bought a brand new one. Well, all the new parts. I bought all the parts to build my own, and I'm really looking forward to getting this up and running. Now, I got all the parts through during the week there. I think it was Tuesday Tuesday I got it all through. And I sat there for hours and hours and hours building and doing all that, and I tried to get this guy's tags, and it didn't quite work out for me. But yeah, I was building for ages and ages and ages, and I ran into issues. And it turns out that the motherboard is screwed. The video memory on the motherboard is screwed, and before you think it's the graphics card, it's not. I took out the graphics card and it still made the same noise with the little beeps and stuff. So it was definitely the video memory on the motherboard. So I sent that back and I'm getting it replaced. I should have a new one by the start of next week, and that's what's happening with that. So I'm looking forward to getting that up and running. I can record videos in 1080p. Well, hopefully I can record it in 1080p. There's no guarantees. Just like this guy's not guaranteed to live.
Your tags are mine, camping motherfucker.
But we're not done. I do sniff out another camper. Where are you, son? Oh, there you are.
Fuck your javelin, motherfucker.
And you guys taken down as well, and I get myself a promotion. Yeah, very good. But anyway, so I'm hoping that I can record videos in 1080p, up the quality, everything will be better and happy and rainbows and poppies and stuff. And yeah, that'll be good. That's exciting. I'm hoping to actually get that all done for next week. Also, possibly do some more or do some live streaming as we find another camper.
Motherfucking camping faggot.
Yeah, and get to take it down. Yeah, so that's what's happening next week. I'm not going to be in over the weekend. I'm going with a few friends up north of Scotland somewhere for some sort of caravan trip, you know. Basically, that's what's happening. We, you know, half a dozen of us are going up north, and it's going to be absolute chaos. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this little video here. I will see you at the start of next week again. I go 14 for 4 with the Tank Superiority gameplay. Hope you guys did enjoy. Tell me your comments down below. Tell me what you thought of Armored Kill. But until next time, I've been Big Mooney, and I will see you later. Goodbye.